Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out this tiny whip clone. It's from Jumper. It's called the X68t, and it's pretty much the same size as your regular tiny whips out there. Here's the one from Newbie Drone. You can see here it's the same size. Uses pretty much the same props, like 30-31 millimeter 4-bladed tiny whip props. I got the same, well, not quite the same, but similar 6mm motors. Not exactly sure how much power or RPM these particular motors have. There's no specs on them, and there's no manual that came with this, although I believe a manual will be coming online later. You can check the link to the product page and if there's a downloadable manual. But yeah, they've got basically flight controller board and video transmitter and camera, and you got this pod here. This looks like the Inductrix pod, but this little button here on top doesn't work. The camera is mounted in this plastic pod, but the video transmitter is on the bottom here, and you change channels via your dip switches here. I believe that's going to be in the manual as to which ones to choose for what channel you want. And then you got a single whip antenna in the back here for your video transmitter. I believe that's pretty much it. It comes with a 1S 300 milliamp hour LiPo here. I don't know what the C rating is in here. It fits in here sideways. Micro low C connector, and you do get a USB battery charger for the battery. So it should be fairly, pretty basic tiny whip here. This is not Betaflight based, I don't believe. I'm not sure what the flight controller uses, but what the receiver that's on here uses is the Baying Toys protocol, and so it's I think it's the same one that's on the eSheen E011. So it's actually meant to be paired with their other Jumper product here. This is the Jumper T8SG radio, and then you just set your model here to the Baying Toys protocol, and then bind it to this, and you can fly it without doing any kind of switch hassles or computer connections or anything like that. There's no way to connect this to your computer. So yeah, go ahead. At this point, we'll go ahead and see how it flies. I'm pretty sure it should fly pretty much like a toy product, which is pretty similar, and obviously with the more hobby grade transmitter here, it should fly pretty well. So we'll go ahead and I'll show you some flight footage. So the tune on this tiny whip is fixed. It can't be changed at all as far as I know. It seems to be pretty stable. It seems to be working. The rates though are kind of strange. It is a self-leveling setup. There's no acro mode, but it almost feels like there's an acro mode in here because the I guess the self-level is set up so that the angle can be very extreme, so you can pick up a lot of speed very quickly. And as you can see here, I am not able to recover from a turn and I'm crashing. So it does take a little bit of getting used to. It's quite a bit different than your typical toy products where the angles are more limited and you can't quite pick up as much speed. So in this one, it will take a little bit of practice to get adjusted to the speed that you can pick up on this little tiny whip.